Welcome to Season 5, Episode 2 of COMMCast. I'm your host, Ryan Stock. COMMCast is a production of the Longwood University Communication Studies Department and the COM 434 CommLab class. This show is dedicated to highlighting the Longwood and Farmville communities. So, let's get started. Rosado-Figueroa. She is a senior lecturer for the Spanish and the English and Modern Languages Department. Today we'll be discussing how she took students abroad to Valencia, Spain to study Spanish. Professor Rosado, thank you so much for being here today.
It's my pleasure, my honor being here.
Yeah, so our first question for you is what brought you to Longwood and what made you want to teach higher education?
It was a challenge for me. This is something that I always wanted to do, and it presented, at a precise time. Many things in life is about timing. So it was a moment that I wanted to do the change, and the opportunity arose. Mm-hmm. I was hired, and this is me 12 years after that. So it was great. This is a wonderful community, and I love it.
That's great. What made you want to study abroad in Valencia, Spain?
Well, Valencia, it's been in my heart for many years. Spain. I am originally from Puerto Rico. And when I did a study abroad when I was your age, and I went to Spain. I went to Toledo, Spain. And I fell in love with the culture, with many things that I could connect, from the region to my own country. And then when I started, because I started when I went to college, I was studying communications. I did a radio and public relations. So my first job was in radio. I was a news producer and everything. So it's something that I really love, and I love the job that you guys do. This is really great. But then when I came to the United States, the language, so many things. What am I gonna do? So Spanish. So I already had a bachelor's. So I went back to school to take some education classes. I became a Spanish teacher, and I worked in Florida and Virginia, and I love Virginia, so I stayed here. And so from then on, I always wish my students had the opportunity to visit other places, and to come with me to Spain and learn from the culture and the food and everything else. So that's how it started. It started with me, this desire of knowing and sharing the things that I have learned to love with my students. That's how it started.
That's really sweet. What's your favorite memory from Valencia?
My favorite memory is when I took the students, a small group of students, and in that group was Alexandra Huerta. She was there. And we went to La Sagrada Familia. That is a church that Anthony Gaudí did, and it's still in construction. And when I saw their faces, when they looked at the architecture, and the work of that mind in that place, they were stunned, like taken back by it. So we took our sweet time looking and discovering, and after we got out of there, we went and we were eating ice cream, next to the Sagrada Familia, and thinking, how cool is this, So that's one of my good memories from this last trip.
Yeah, and Alexandra's actually producing this whole episode for us today, so it was great for her to bring her out here.
Thank you.
But tell us about the Holy Grail.
The Holy Grail. Oh my goodness, that is, I'm telling you, life is beautiful and wonderful. Last Christmas, a friend of mine gave me a book about the Holy Grail and the connection with Valencia. So I was reading it, and when we went to Valencia this last summer, I took the book with me because I wanted to talk about it with a friend of mine that she was coming, to have a talk about politics of Spain to the students. And when I told her that I was reading this particular book because these people believe that the Holy Grail is in Valencia, she told me, I know the author. do you want me to connect you with her? And I said, of course. So that's how it started. So there we make the connections. I brought this woman to the institute to talk to the students. We took the students, and she's a person that has done documentaries on Netflix about the Holy Grail and her studies. So she shared firsthand everything that she has studied with our students. And that was like an amazing, opportunity, and many other things that they want to do in Valencia, because their goal is to bring this to the world. And you know that we have El Camino de Santiago, where people walk like from France or from southern Spain all the way to Santiago. They want to do the same thing with the Holy Grail in Valencia, and that will be also a great opportunity to bring more tourism to the city and that. So
yeah, that's great. Where in Spain did you and your students go this summer, and also what did y'all do there?
Okay, well, it's a beautiful and wonderful program that I kind of inherited from Dr. Lilian Getz. She was a professor of Spanish here at Longwood, and she had that program. She was taking students to Spain for the last 15 years, I would say. And she did a wonderful program. One year, she invited me to go there and teach one of the classes. And I fell in love with the program and what she was doing with the students and everything. So when she retired from Longwood, she kind of passed the baton to me, so I was the lucky one. And we did, our different things, but the basis of the program was bringing the students to Valencia. Why Valencia? Because Valencia is next to the ocean. Valencia is beautiful. Valencia is close to Barcelona. The gastronomy in Valencia is incredible. You have paellas there. We took students to a paella class, and that was amazing. It was fun. We were all cooking together in this big kitchen. So what a great opportunity. And in addition to that, they have the chance to stay with families. It's not the same thing when we take, other languages in classrooms. In classrooms, you have your limitations. But when you are in Spain and you stay with a family, what happens, Ryan? You have to talk in Spanish. You need to put into practice. You need to go to the store. You need to go to the market. And that's what I wanted the students to do and to experience, and that's what they did. So I think we accomplished a lot of great things there.
That's really amazing. And also, congratulations on your engagement.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, how did he propose to you?
Well, oh my gosh, I'm old and I'm talking about that is funny, but I'm happy that you asked. So this man that I met, he proposed to me in India. After coming from Spain, we went to Scotland because that's where his family is from, and I wanted to know more things about him. So we came back, and for work he goes to India twice a year. So he asked me if I wanted to go to India. What do you think I'm going to answer? Of course, I want to go to India. So I had a great time there. People are wonderful. They are engaging with you and loving and very giving. So he didn't want to give me a ring. He wanted me to choose the ring. So we started going to different jewelry stores with, friends of ours, Indian friends of ours. And we went to this store, and I saw a whole bunch of rings, and I chose one, and I got engaged there. They did a party for us at a cricket game. I didn't know anything about cricket. That is something that here is not, we don't play cricket here in the United States much, I don't think. So, but that's their sport there. A cricket game, and they gave us flower garlands to put, on each other.
Yeah.
And those roses were smelling so beautiful. So when we did, he gave me the ring, and they threw flowers at us, and we celebrated with champagne, and it was really sweet. It was fantastic.
It's amazing. I'm really glad that you had that experience.
Thank you.
We'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back with COMMCast Trivia. All right, it's time for everyone's favorite segment, COMMCast Trivia. So your first question, what was the original capital of Spain?
No, I forget. You got me. Toledo? Is that right?
Yes, that is right.
Yay! Do I win something? Oh my gosh.
All right, so your next question is true or false? Spain has a royal family.
Yes. And who? Yes.
Yes, it's correct. Sorry, yes, it is correct. And your final question is, when is siesta in Spain?
Around 2 o'clock. It's around 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Yes.
Yes, it's 2 to 5 p.m.
Yes.
Yes, you had that. Yeah, you got that on track.
Woo!
All right. And thank you to Professor Rosado-Figueroa for joining us today. And thanks to everyone in CommLab behind the scenes. And thank you for watching. Join us live next Wednesday at 1:30 p.m. on YouTube for another episode of CommCast.
That was really great. You did fantastic.
You did great too. I really enjoyed it.
You did great.
Yeah.
And you have